This true crime case shocked America. Millions followed every update online as a young travel vlogger vanished without warning. Her name was Gabby Petito. Today, we uncover what really happened. Gabby Petito was a vibrant 22-year-old YouTuber with a dream. She and her fiancé, Brian Laundrie, set out to travel across the United States in a converted van, documenting their adventures for the world to see. Their social media was filled with images of happy moments, breathtaking landscapes, smiling selfies, and the promise of a perfect van life. But behind the picture-perfect posts, a darker reality was unfolding. Friends would later reveal that their relationship was far from stable. What started as small arguments began to escalate into serious, troubling conflicts. The idyllic journey they presented to the world was hiding a growing tension that was about to reach a breaking point. In late August of 2021, Gabby's vibrant online presence suddenly went silent. Her posts stopped, her messages ceased, and her family couldn't get a hold of her. Days turned into an agonizing week with no replies. Overcome with worry, her relatives contacted the police to report her missing. Then something strange and chilling happened. Brian Laundrie returned to his parents' home in Florida, but he was alone. Gabby was nowhere to be found. When investigators tried to question him about his fiancée's whereabouts, he refused to speak. His silence was deafening, and as the public learned of the situation, suspicion grew rapidly. Everyone was asking the same question: where was Gabby? The case immediately exploded on social media platforms like TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter. A massive community of internet detectives formed overnight, all dedicated to finding Gabby. Viewers from around the world meticulously analyzed every video, photo, and social media post, searching for clues that law enforcement might have missed. Their efforts soon uncovered disturbing footage. Dashcam video from other travelers revealed tense, unsettling behavior between the couple. Even more telling, a police body cam video surfaced, showing an emotional and heated argument that had occurred on the side of a road in Utah. For many viewers, this was the moment they realized something was seriously wrong. Hashtags like FindGabby and Justice for Gabby went viral, reaching millions of views and turning the search into a national obsession. America became personally invested in finding Gabby Petito. With the public's attention fixed on the case, search teams focused their efforts on Wyoming, one of Gabby and Brian's last known locations. Their investigation was aided by tips from fellow campers who reported seeing the couple's white van in the area. Authorities began a massive search operation in a remote national park, a vast and rugged wilderness. Then, the news everyone had feared was announced. Tragically, human remains were discovered. A few days later, the body was confirmed to be Gabby Petito. The autopsy report was even more devastating, ruling her death a homicide. A wave of heartbreak and sorrow swept across the nation. The desperate questions about her whereabouts turned into anger and grief. As people mourned the loss of a bright young woman whose life was cut short, just as the nation was processing Gabby's death, the case took another bizarre turn. Soon after Gabby's body was found, Brian Laundrie also vanished. His disappearance triggered another massive manhunt. Time centered on the treacherous swamps and alligator-infested wildlife reserves near his Florida home. Days turned into weeks with no sign of him. Eventually, his parents led authorities to a trail where some of his belongings were found. Nearby, human remains were discovered, which were later confirmed through dental records to be Brian Laundrie. Investigators ruled his death a suicide. A notebook found near his body reportedly contained a confession admitting his responsibility for Gabby's death. But even with a confession, the full story died with him, leaving many critical questions unanswered. The case left a trail of controversy and difficult questions in its wake. Could the police have prevented this tragedy? Many point to the Utah traffic stop, wondering if warning signs of domestic distress were ignored. Why was Brian allowed to return to Florida and then disappear before he could be properly questioned? The role of social media was also heavily debated. Did the online sleuths help the investigation by finding crucial clues? Or did they harm it by spreading misinformation? For many, The fact that Brian was never brought to trial means justice was never fully served. The case sparked urgent national conversations about the complexities of domestic violence, the signs to look for, and the need for better support systems. Years later, documentaries and discussions about the case continue to trend in the United States and around the world. Viewers are still searching for answers and demanding accountability. The immense public interest in this case shows how true crime can reveal the powerful and often painful human stories behind the headlines. Gabby's story, in particular, became a heartbreaking warning to many about the hidden dangers that can exist even in seemingly perfect relationships. Her spirit lives on, and her legacy continues through foundations and awareness campaigns created in her name, aimed at helping others in similar situations. What do you think really happened out there in the wilderness? Do you believe this tragedy could have been prevented at any point? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to explore more true crime stories that made an impact, be sure to follow our channel. Thank you for watching. Stay aware and stay safe.